all worldly forms are strictly empty voids, yet karma's law remains the one eternal truth. Where is our consciousness leading us right now? No deity exists to judge our mortal souls. Your very thoughts create the hell you fear. Behold the deep abyss where heavy souls fall free. When reason sleeps and primal instincts rise, man loses dignity and falls to lower realms. Three poisons, greed and hatred and delusion, form the gravity that pulls the mind to mud. Today, let us accompany this spirit through the thick and heavy fog of three lower realms. We shall dissect the pain, not to evoke fear, but to truly understand how it functions. The first level appears before our eyes, a humid world of darkness and a fishy stench. Behold the animal realm, a prison built for minds that live entirely by blind instinct. Within this place, the light of wisdom fades, leaving only core needs for bare survival. Observe the eyes of this wild beast right now. What do you see but fear and soulless emptiness? Delusion is not ignorance of things, but knowing only food and sleep and mating rights. When living as a man who will not think, indulging flesh, we sow the seeds to be a beast. Inside this ancient, dark, and gloomy forest, the only law is strong ones swallowing the weak. That fierce tiger stalking its prey is not cruel. It only acts on programming of hunger pangs. But lack of true compassion traps its soul, imprisoned in a beastly form forevermore. Look at the trembling prey within the bush. The fear of death engulfs every single moment. In this realm, there is no moment of peace. The mind is always tense and guarding against threats. Those who used power to oppress others often fall to become predators in death. They thought they were the kings, but are slaves to a bloodthirst that can never be satisfied. And there are beings forced to bear huge bodies, suffering orders and cruel beatings constantly. The life of beasts of burden is the price for those who owe debts and refuse to pay them back. They must use labor of this clumsy body to compensate for what they borrowed in the past. Deluded minds leave them no one to blame, only bowing to accept the whips of destiny. The suffering of animals lies not in flesh, but in the inability to communicate. Wanting to cry but only growling, sounds come out. Wanting to share but no one understands. That is the invisible wall blocking them from spiritual rise, locking them in dark jails. Look at the insects crawling at your feet. They are born and they die in just a fleeting moment. That short life cycle repeats a million times, making the chance to be human far and distant. Extreme delusion turns man into beast, and animal habits reinforce delusion. Is a downward spiral vortex. The more they struggle, the deeper they sink in the mud. Leaving the dark forest, the spirit falls into a dimension that is dry and freezing cold. The scenery changes completely now. Green trees vanish, leaving only a vast desert of gray bones. This is the realm of hungry ghosts, the home of souls burned by the fire of boundless greed. The wind here carries no moisture at all, but screams of hunger lasting for 1,000 years. Look at the strange creatures crawling on the ground. Their forms are the indictment of their karma. The belly swollen like a drum shows greed, wanting to swallow the entire world inside it. But the neck is as narrow as a needle, symbolizing stinginess, giving not a drop. The conflict between great needs and limited intake creates the most extreme agony. They always feel a hunger tearing their hearts, stronger than any physical pain of the flesh. While alive, they were scavengers of wealth, hoarding goods while ignoring the poor and needy. They regretted every coin and grain of rice, fearing others would take their benefits away. Now, the only asset they possess is a thin body and emptiness that can't be filled. Look there, a hungry ghost has just found a cool, clear stream flowing through the cracked rocks nearby. He rushes with frantic hope, using his skinny hands to scoop water to his dry mouth. But as water touches his lips, karmic force turns the cool stream into burning red coals. The sizzling sound rings out in pain. Lips and mouth are scorched, but thirst does not subside at all. It is not a punishing magic spell, but their minds seeing only fire of lust everywhere. Food brought to the mouth turns to ash, for blessings to enjoy were burned by their own greed. Some hungry ghosts always spew fire from mouths, burning themselves in every labored breath they take. There are species that eat only filth, like sputum or rotting corpses by the roadside. The baseness of their taste reflects the baseness of personality when they were alive. They lived clinging, parasitic on others, sucking the blood of their kind to feed themselves. The ghost realm has no sun. The sky is always lead gray, symbolizing a dim future. Time passes here incredibly slowly. One day equals hundreds of years in the human realm. They must endure this hunger for 10,000 lifetimes until the mind of letting go wakes up. But how to let go when the belly screams, demanding to be filled immediately now? That is the trap of this realm. Physical pain clouds reason, making them even more greedy. Fraudulent traders, short-weighing sellers, betrayers of trust all gather in this place. They fight for every dry bone piece, tearing at each other though no one can eat a thing. Loneliness is also torture. Standing side by side, they cannot share or sympathize at all. Each ghost is locked in an oasis of private craving, selfish and cold to the bone. Look at that mother ghost. Though starving, she tries to hide her sick child behind her back. That remnant of maternal love is the only fragile hope in this desert of despair. But hunger strikes again, turning love into a struggle between instinct and conscience. The ghost realm teaches us a costly lesson on contentment and gratitude for now. Just one thought of greed arising builds a wall separating us from happiness itself. The spirit shudders and turns away, daring not look long into their deep abyssal eyes. Darkness continues to pull us deeper, where the temperature begins to rise violently. Screams of ghosts fade, replaced by the jarring sound of metal clashing loud against metal. We are entering the final and most terrifying level of the three paths of suffering. The red-hot iron gate stands tall, engraved with ancient words dripping with fresh blood clearly. This is Hell Realm, where minds of anger and hatred crystallize into eternal doom. The air is thick with sulfur and burnt flesh. The heat can melt even the solid boulders. Those who lived with malicious hearts, killing beings, finding joy in the pain of others. Now they must face their own cruelty, projected back through the mirror of their karma. In the gloomy hall, King Yama sits on a high throne. His eyes see through the heart and soul. He is not an evil god, but the embodiment of absolute justice, unbribable. Beside him is the judge with the book of life and death, recording every small thought. A spirit is brought before the mirror stand, denying all the sins that he has committed. But when the karma mirror lights up, past actions appear clearly like a movie scene. Scenes of him killing innocents, scenes of him laughing at the pain of the weak appear. With no way to deny, he bows his trembling head, waiting for the verdict he wrote himself. Ox-head and horse-faced demons step forth, and weapons in hand, dragging him to execution. The 8 hot hells open with a sea of fire. Flame waves roll like angry dragons roaring. Here, sinners are thrown into boiling oil cauldrons. Skin peels off. Pain reaches to the bone marrow. But strangely, they do not die. A karmic wind blows and revives them immediately. Revived only to die again, that painful process repeats 10,000 times every day. It is the price for uncontrolled anger, for venting hatred upon other people. Far away is the sword-leaf forest, with sharp blades pointing up to the sky menacingly. Those guilty of adultery, breaking families, are forced to climb up this tree of sharp blades. Blood gushes with every climb, but the illusion of lust still lures them to keep climbing up. They are both victims and culprits of themselves, enslaved by lust even in hell itself. Screams here blend with thunderclaps, creating a symphony of ultimate despair. Not only fire, hell also has regions of eternal ice for those with insensitive hearts. In the cold ice hell, the cold cuts the flesh, making the body crack like a red lotus. This place is for those who lived selfishly, cold, seeing death without saving, indifferent. The coldness of their souls when alive turns into an icy prison confining them in death. Every punishment in hell is symbolic, reflecting exactly the sins committed. Speech karma births, iron hooks pulling tongues, evil hearts, birth snakes eating hearts, precisely. The spirit sees giant millstones crushing sinners into fine powder without any mercy. That is retribution for those using power to oppress and exploit the strength of the weak. Blood and flesh mix together in red gore. Sounds of shattering bones chill the dark, endless night. But the most terrifying is the Avici hell, also known as the hell of uninterrupted. Uninterrupted means no break at all. Suffering happens continuously every moment. There is not a single moment to rest. Pain piles upon pain to infinity and beyond. This place holds those of heinous crimes, killing parents, destroying the purity of Dharma. 4 iron walls enclose them tight. Fire burns fiercely from top to bottom. No escape is found. One body suffers everywhere. 10,000 bodies also suffer in every single place. Time here seems to stand still. A human lifetime equals just a blink of an eye in here. The spirit shudders, witnessing the cruelty of hatred pushed to its very final limit. Anger is like a fierce fire, burning not only others, but consuming the owner too. Hell is not located far away. it lies right within the uncontrollable fits of rage. Each time we nurture thoughts of revenge, we place another brick to build the dark prison walls. Those ox-head and horse-face demons are just projections of the conscience tormenting itself. They appear to force us to face the darkest parts that we always try to hide away from. The spirit suddenly realizes a shocking truth amidst this vast sea of violent fire. The gates of hell have no locks at all. The sinner's stubbornness has shut them tight and fast. They cling to pain, refusing to let go of hate, so they can never ever transcend it. Just one sincere thought of repentance, the fierce fire turns into a cool lotus pond at once. But alas, in extreme pain, the mind is often chaotic and hard to calm down at all. Screams drown out the voice of conscience, making the chance of release pass in a fleeting blink. The spirit closes his eyes, looking not with sight, but with the eye of wisdom deep within. He feels pity for those beings there, rather than fearing their horrifying forms and shapes. Compassion is the only nectar that can extinguish the fire of the Avici hell. As soon as the thought of compassion arises, the space around the spirit starts to shake gently. The invisible chains binding the mind suddenly crack and shatter into ash and dust at once. The thick darkness begins to thin out, giving way to warm golden rays of light shining through. The outer realm changes according to the subtle shift inside the spirit's consciousness. We cannot change the past, but we can change our attitude towards that past history. Accepting karma is the first step to untie the knots of injustice from past lifetimes. The spirit looks at King Yama one last time, seeing him solemn, no longer fierce or scary. He nods slightly, as if confirming the lesson has been completed fully at this moment. The spirit's body lightens, rising high, leaving the heavy pull of the three lower realms. Below, the three paths of suffering still exist as necessity to balance karma's law. But it is no longer an eternal prison for those who have found the key to the soul. Greed, hate, delusion are chains, but precepts, samadhi, wisdom are the sword cutting them. The journey through three dark realms has closed, opening a vast horizon of enlightenment. Do not wait until your last breath to start worrying about the destination of your soul. Practice right now in every thought, word, and deed of the precious present moment we have. Turn pain into strength. Turn hatred into tolerance. That is the path to escape suffering. Blinding light covers everything, erasing boundaries between prison and freedom completely. The spirit smiles in peace, merging into the endless flow of universal love and boundless grace. Hell or heaven, all are separated by just a single turn of the mind's intention alone. Light the torch of wisdom to guide the way. Do not let ignorance lead into the darkness. Life is a dream, but karma is real. Live so you do not have to bow your head in shame. The fierce images just seen are the strongest warnings sent to all of us living today. Sow good seeds to reap sweet fruit. Sow toxic wind, and you will surely reap the violent storms. Cherish this human body, hard to gain. Use it as a raft to cross the sea of suffering. Do not let instinct lead. Let wisdom steer the boat of destiny of your own life right now. Each passing day is a chance to cleanse the soul. Please do not waste it uselessly in vain. Peace is not far away. It lies within a soul that knows enough and loves all things on earth. Put down the burden of greed, hate, delusion. Let the soul fly high and free in the sky. The three paths of suffering will close, yielding to eternal peace in the light of the truth. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, praying for all beings to be peaceful and happy forever. The door to liberation is open. Subscribe to the channel to light the torch of wisdom. Imagine